Repeat it. Repeat it. The postmortem has been done, and it took approximately 1 hour 10 minutes from the time it was started to the conclusion. Formulating the report also took another 10 minutes with the analysis of what had been going on, and also by analyzing from the photographs and the evidence that has been collected. It was also I can also confirm that it was done by Dr. Ndegwa, and we had also a pathologist who was also observing, that was Dr. Johansen Oduor. After the postmortem has been done, the results are that the initial results show that Tony Ogunda died as a result of blunt, from trauma to the head, as a result of a blunt force. Something like a blunt object was used to hit him behind the head, just as slightly behind the ear, and also an injury that has a scar to the forehead, which has also caused some bleeding to the inside. The injury to the head shows that the force was sufficient enough to cause internal bleeding, whereby he has bled into the brain. There was a swelling of the brain, and also the swelling is also visible from the outside. And there was also a big blood clot inside, such that the doctors have concluded that the result, the issue that, something that caused the death was that blunt force. A few tissues, like the lungs, the pancreas, the liver, a little bit of the intestines, some blood, some urine has been taken by the doctors as well for further analysis, which they call toxicology, which might take another 2 weeks, and also microscopic investigation, just to rule out any other possibility of that could have caused the death, which even having looked at the body, looking at the gullet, looking at the airspace and all that, there was no any kind of corrosion or any kind of blocking that could show that he could have died maybe as a result of suffocation or poisoning, such that the tissues will only be used to analyze it further, but the real cause of his death was the blunt force to the head, behind his head. So now it's up to the police to take it up from that angle. Now that yesterday they were saying they did not have a starting point, now they have a starting point. They had said that Cosmas Okoth, who was the boy who was with Tony, had said, they were trying to treat him as a witness. They no longer have a reason to treat him as a witness, now they have a reason to treat him as a suspect. And since he had not indicated Tony had suffered any injury as a result of any beating or any fighting or anything or any falling initially, then he is a starting point as to explain as to how that injury could have come about, because Tony was found on the couch, and couch not being a hard object then cannot be the cause of his death. So the police now, it's up to them to start on that point. His phone is missing. The phone that we had details of messages that had been sent to him for threats and calls. So we also need them to look at that angle and also get that phone and try to figure out whether the disappearance of that phone could be that as a result of that. Cosmas Okoth has not brought any phone forward, has not said whether there's any phone missing. So again, I think that is also a starting point. So if they have no starting point, then they better talk to me. I'll give them one.
Yani alikuwa ananiambia tu kwa mdomo ati mimi nashuku ni kama maisha yangu iko si poa. Na akaniacha last week on Wednesday. Aliniacha kwa hao ya hiyo place alipatikana kama medai. Aliniacha kwa hiyo hao, akaniambia kumit na Masi ni bibi ya Tuju. Akaniambia ni aje? Ruth. Akaniambia naenda kumit na Muruth Meladin, na tunaenda kulipa pesa la lawyer. Hakunishow amount alikuwa anaenda kulipa. Because nilimuuliza ni aje, nilikuwa how much after kurudi. Akanionyesha tu hivi receipt, akaniambia unaona hii ni Cliff Ombeta. Akaniambia nimelipa hiyo pesa. Tulikuwa na Ruth amendrop tao, amenileta na hivyo ndio hivyo. Alafu vile ilikuwa hivyo, on Thursday akakuja kwa hao kitu around saa 8 usiku, saa 7 saa 8. Nikamuuliza on Friday, hiyo Friday nilikuwa na leave, hiyo last week. Akaniambia hapana. Nilikuwa na Ruth alendrop late. Sasa ilibidi nipande gate. Gate ni place alikuwa ameuliwa.